Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Shloka number 38. Shri Bhagavanuvach Sukha Dukhe Same Krutva Labha Labhau Jaya Jayo Tato Yudhaya Yujjasva Naivam Papamavapsyasi. In this second chapter, Lord Shri Krishna explaining and giving the instructions to the Sri Arjuna, and while giving that, from the 11th shloka onwards to the 25th shloka, Lord explained about the nature of the Atma, the truth, Tattvopadesham. So he given that highest knowledge of the self, and the self which is all pervading, and it is the truth, and it is not having any decay or any kind of modification. After telling all that, while concluding that topic after the 25th, he praises the glory of this knowledge and the rarity of this knowledge. And after telling all that, now from 31st shloka onwards up to this 38th shloka, or almost 37th seventh shloka, Lord Krishna telling to Arjuna the Vyavaharika standpoint or the Dharmic standpoint. Okay, Arjuna, you may not able to right now accept or understand what I am told about the self, Atma, and that Gnanam you may not able to totally digest now, accept now, but still you see from your standpoint. From your standpoint. That means what? Which you like, which you know, which you want. So that is the relative or the dharmic standpoint. Laukika drishti. So for that, Bhagavan told in different angles, hey Arjuna, if you think that you are a Kshatriya, that is your dharma to do this righteous war. And by getting defeat in this righteous war, you will go to the Swarga if you die. If you get the kingdom, you will enjoy here. So anyhow, you will become the protector of the Dharma. So Dharma Yuddham is a great opportunity for a Kshatriya. Or if you see that if you suppose run away from this war field, all your enemies and the friends and relatives, everybody, those who are having a great opinion about you, they will think about you in a very low uh, attitude, with the low opinion. And once you are already praised by everybody and respected by everybody, they know your valor and the power of your uh, physical and the mental strength. Then all these things will go away, shattered, and done. That kind of, and they will talk about you ill, insulting words, ugly, insulting words. Now, by listening to that words, you cannot tolerate. For a respectable person, a civilized person, if before he received a lot of praise and the respect from the society, and now suddenly if he is disrespected and spoken ill about him, that is more painful than the death. So, like this, Bhagavan explained in so many ways to Arjuna, but still Arjuna is not able to decide and get up to do the war. Then Lord Krishna have got a doubt that maybe let me speak to him in another angle also, which is that is called Karma Yoga. So now from this 38th shloka onwards to the 41st shloka, Lord Krishna is introducing about the Karma Yoga, which he is going to highlight later in the third chapter more in detail. So, while introducing this Karma Yoga, Bhagavan said here, he didn't use that word straight away, Karma Yoga here. Sukha dukhe same krutva. Labha same krutva. Jaya apajayo ajayo same krutva. You decide and get up and do this, get ready for the war. By doing like this, you never get any kind of sin, because your problem is by killing all my these relatives and the friends and everybody, I may get sin. I may go to Naraka. I am telling you, I will guarantee you, if you have in your mind this attitude of samabuddhi, that means ragadvesho same krutva. Okay? Don't create either raga or dvesha in your mind about anybody. And in this way, so this is the message not only to the Krishna, for every one of us in our day-to-day life. This raga, dvesha, sukha, dukkha, jaya, abhajaya, labha, alabha, all these are all indicates what? They indicates the pairs of complementaries or the pairs of opposites. So this is the main secret of the karma yoga. The person who is not doing the karma just as a karma, but he turns the karma into the karma yoga. And the first indication is he must take all these pairs of opposites equally as they come. Otherwise, because of these pairs of opposites, in our mind, the precipitation of the either raga or dvesha will keep on increase. If the mind is under the influence of the raga and dvesha, that mind cannot comprehend. That mind is not a pure mind. The mind which is influenced by, affected by the raga dveshas, then that mind is impure mind. Such a impure mind cannot be a fit instrument to receive the knowledge. That means what? Karma Yoga is a preparation. Karma Yoga is a pre-step which prepares us and gives us the eligibility for the Gnana Yoga. So, after telling about the Gnana Yoga in the previous few shlokas, now Lord wants to tell, if you want to apply that knowledge in your life, you must assimilate it. You must able to digest it properly. How you can assimilate and digest? Because only because of the chitta shuddhi. How that chitta shuddhi will come? Chitta shuddhi will come only by karma yoga. Now I will tell about that karma yoga. Please listen. So now in the 39th shloka, he starts elaborating. एषा ते विहिता साङ्ख्ये बुद्धियोगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि. Now here Lord is bringing the word straight away, karma bandham. What he said in the previous shloka, papam na avapsyasi. Now that papam word is indicated here. If karma actually creates the punya papas, for experience of that punya papas, you need to get the birth again. So karma becomes the cause for the janma. In the janma again you will start desire kama. So kama, karma, janma. This is the cycle. This will keep on continue like this unless otherwise you want to put the stop for it. Otherwise there is no end, because this kama karma janma will continue. So that itself is the papam. Is try to understand this word in a broad sense. Generally, what we think as the papa means some sin, done some bad action. Okay. But punyam also will binds you, and papam also will binds you. The binding, whichever binds you in this samsara is called karma. But without doing karma, we cannot continue the life. But continue the life by turning that karma, transform that karma into karma yoga. Otherwise, karma will become a roga. When you don't turn it, convert into as a karma yoga, karma will become a roga. What is roga? This punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam itself is a disease. In Yoga Vasishta, Rama asks about what is disease. What is the concept of disease? There, Vashishta tells first the cycle of birth and death itself is called a disease. See how beautiful definition. So, this we must understand. Then only we'll give importance to the karma yoga, and gradually we'll make ourselves fit to receive the knowledge. And after receiving the knowledge, we will apply that knowledge, and that knowledge gives the benefit of moksha, liberation. So, for that, Lord says here, Esha te abhihita sankhye. So far, whatever I taught to you in the previous shlokas, hey Arjuna, that is all about the sankhya. That means it is about the gnanam. That is the ultimate truth. There is no any compromise or the anything. That is the absolute truth. Everybody must know it, understand it, and assimilate and apply it. So Sankhya, the word it means is equal to Gnanam here. Okay? And this chapter, by the way, the name given here because mainly the introduction of the Gnana in the first itself, it is called Sankhya Yoga. Here, yoga word again, the first time Bhagavan using in the Bhagavad Gita. Now, hereafter, the yoga word will come many times. As I told in the last class, in the previous shloka, sama word, samam, samatvam. This sama word also will come hereafter in many places, in many different contexts. So, here, after informing you that now, Imam to Imam Buddhi yoge shrunu. Now, I will teach you about the karma yoga. Here, buddhi yogam means, see, the words we have to understand very carefully according to the context, according to the definition clearly given by the Bhashyakarar Shankaracharya. See here, buddhi yoga. Here, yoga word refers to karma yoga. So karma word also came in the second line, and yoga word also came in the first line. And this is buddhi yoge. Okay. Esha buddhi. Okay, otherwise the buddhi word we can take this way. Esha buddhi, this knowledge, abhihita, I imparted to you, Sankhya, which deals with the Paramartha Vastu Viveka Vishayam. Paramartha Vastu Viveka Vishaye. Now, however, now you listen to this. Tu Shrunu Imam Yoge. Okay, buddhi word if you put in the, because Gnanam is more associated with the intellectual understanding. So buddhi yoge means gnana yoge. Buddhi, Sankhya buddhi. Now yoga word if you take it this side, karma yoga. So imam yoge, that means what? To attain that gnana yogyata or gnana prapti, tat prapti upaye. Which prapti upaye? That gnanam to attain gnanam praptum upaye. Okay. Nisankataya, without having any doubt and digesting that gnanam and getting freed from this dvandva prahana uh, dvandva prahana purvakam, this pairs of opposites, the effect of it. Now, offering all of them to Ishwar Aradhanardhe, Karma Yoge, Karma Anusthane, or Samadhi Yoge cha. All these words extra which I am talking and explaining to you from the Shankara's Bhashya. Okay? Don't get confused or don't get bored. Just for getting the correct meaning of it. Anyhow, the meaning is to attain the Gnanam, you need a qualification, and that Gnanam should be without any doubt free knowledge, and which is capable of able to make you get free from this effect of the dvandvas and the pairs of opposites. For that, I am going to instruct you this yoga, which is called karma yoga, or which is called raja yoga, or which is called samadhi yoga. All are one and the same. All are one and the same. So, yukta yaya buddhya, by knowing which, by practicing which is action oriented karma yoga, but backed by that knowledge of the gnana yoga, both together endowed with this knowledge of this karma yoga and as well as the gnana yoga. Now, what will happen? You know, what is the benefit? Prahasyasi karma bandham partha. Hey Arjuna, you will be freed from the bondage of the karma. Okay? Prahasyasi means you are able to give up, you are able to get relieved. Okay? Uh, for the sake of attaining that gnanam, you will become a fit instrument. So, karma bandham. What is the meaning of karma bandham? Karma means we all know that punya papa, but here the karma actually, which is categorized in three names and three forms, which is called Sanchita karma, agami karma, sanchita karma, and prarabdha karma. Okay, all these things we'll elaborately discuss later. Just you remember these words. Those are already listening to the Tattva Bodha. I'm already explaining there little bit about this. So, agami karma, the present actions which we are doing, they create some results. Those results you may not experience immediately now, because you are already experiencing the released package of karma which is called prarabdha. Prakarshana arabhyate iti prarabdha. It is already started, this particular movie, it is running, released package. Then what will happen, this agami, it will go and store in the sanchita. So Sanchita means as a power bank, like there is a lot of karmas in so many other janmas, and from that Sanchi, like from the dam, the water is released now and then. This prarabdha is released, and that is now you are exhausting. This present life experiences are prarabdha karma. Now, once you are able to do the karma as a karma yoga, and simultaneously try to establish in the knowledge of the self, naturally all these karmas will get cancelled. That means prarabdha will be exhausted by undergoing, agami will get burnt because of the knowledge, and naturally the sanchita storehouse also get burnt. Only prarabdha, as long as is there, that much time this will continue. But further, no continuation of the karma for giving the another janma. So you will be relieved from the samsara. So that is the meaning. Here, another meaning karma bandha means dharmakyo bandha karma bandha. That means dharma, adharma, punya, papa, do's and don'ts, or as Shastra prescribes generally about the nitya karma, naimitya karma, and nishiddha karma. So nishiddha karmas means you should not, you never do them at all. Prohibited actions. And do the allotted nimitta karma and nitya karma and naimittika karma. This nitya naimittika karmas also, in the beginning, generally, Shastra allows us, okay, you do with the sakama buddhi, but gradually develop the Ishwararpana buddhi. You may ask the Ishvara, I want this, okay. So, sakama buddhi, with attitude you do, but later slowly you must learn to do that same karma yoga as with the nishkama buddhi. If you do with the sakama buddhi, you will get the material benefit. And if you do with the nishkama buddhi, you will get a spiritual upliftment. That means if you do with the sakama buddhi, you will get the material prosperity, material growth. And if you do with the Nishkama Buddhi, you will have the inner growth, the spiritual growth, upliftment. So that spiritual growth only makes the mind shuddhi, clean, pure. Because I told already, to receive this subtle knowledge of the self, a person should have the tranquil, peaceful, calm, and free from the raga dveshas, uncontaminated, undiluted mind. Then only it can receive. And not only that, I said the word samadhi yoga or raja yoga or karma yoga, all are one and the same. One and the same means different prescriptions are given. Some are meant for the physical body, some are meant for the senses, some are meant for the mind, and some are meant for the pranas, all. So altogether they will discipline you, and in that way they all will makes you ready, prepares you for Gnana Yoga. Those who want to enter into the Gnana Yoga, they have to understand. So this Samadhi Yoga word, you need not only the uh, chitta shuddhi, purity of the mind, but you need a single pointed mind also. So generally that's why they say karma yoga karma yoga for chitta shuddhyartham, upasana yoga or dhyana yoga, samadhi yoga are meant for chitta ekagriyatartham, for the single pointedness of the mind. So these two qualifications required for the establishing ourselves in the abiding in the truth or the self. So this is the introduction Bhagavan given here, and he assured that you will be relieved, get freed from this karma bandha. This word is very important, but we are all very much generally karma oriented, action oriented only. That too, we don't know that action should we are doing as a karma roga or karma yoga, and how long and how much I have to do this karma with the kama, sakama karma. There should be a clear understanding about this. And the nishkama karma, what is the benefit of it? How to do the nishkama karma? So gradually, we have to, first of all, you have to avoid the nishiddha karma, and we can do the prescribed nimitta naimittika karmas with sakama. But gradually we have to develop the yeah, and while doing this sakama karma, in between we may not hear that words here, but generally outside we will hear prayishchita karma and parihara karma, pratyavaya dosha. That word Bhagavan is going to use in the next shloka. So the sin of the omission. So this kind of for that again a prayishchitta. So prayishchitta parihara sakama karmas you gradually reduce, and more try to do the nishkama karma. That gives a total preparation to you to enter and establish in the Gnana Yoga. After telling this, in the 40th shloka, नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. Hey Arjuna, this karma yoga, I told it will help you to get rid of the karma bandha, and not only that, you will get three more benefits also. I will tell you that benefits which you are going to get because of following this path of karma yoga. So Bhagavan is telling here, uh, this karma yoga backed by with a proper understanding, proper knowledge. Okay, what is karma yoga? That all we are going to elaborate and see. Lord Himself is going to tell. That's why I'm not going much about those particular aspect. Iha in this shloka, word to word meaning. That means what? In this field. What is in this field? Which field? In this moksha marge, that you must know. It should be clear. Your path, the path which you are walking is called not only a religious path, it is a spiritual path. Religious path means karma yoga, upasana yoga, or Raja Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, all that. It is a path, but the destination is which you are going to reach is the Gnana Yoga. So this is the Marga. So properly knowing this, I am walking in this religious path. Gradually, I must take into that highway of the spiritual path, which is called Moksha Marga. So the starting point is Karma Yoga, and the ending point is okay, Jnana Yoga. So the destination should be clear. So in this path of Moksha Marga, na avikramanashaha asti. Number one benefit. There is no failure. There is no any question of failure, either in the beginning or in the end, middle. How much you travel also okay. Again, if you are not able to reach the destination in this particular life with this body, don't worry. If you have traveled already 30 kilometers, next life you will start from the 31st kilometer. Nothing lost. It's great now. So, abhikramaha means there is no failure either in the beginning or there is no any downfall or doubt in this path. Okay, like many actions, if you are normally seeing in the world, suppose a agriculturist, vyavasayadari, he puts a seed in the field and then he will do whatever he is supposed to do. But until that paddy comes to his hand, there is no guarantee. Many things has to cooperate and come into his favor. Many things. It may come, it may not come. It may come halfway and may get collapsed. So anything can happen. So there is a always there is such kind of thing in the material general in the worldly life journey. Nobody knows how much success we will get, how much failure, when and what. Because that is all in the hands of the prarabdha. That means that is all kartruragneya prapyate phalam. In whose hands the law of karma is the dictator and the uh, distributor of this karma phala, kartruragneya prapyate phalam. So, na avikrama nashaha asti. So, benefit one. Then, uh, na pratyavaya vidyate. Second benefit. There is no any side effect. Like no, when we take some medicine, any medicine, particularly allopathy medicine, yes, many times some people get the side effect of it. Most of the allopathy medicines will have the side effect. Sometimes Ayurveda also, any medicine, even food is a medicine. According to our Shastras, what we take, Bhiksha Aushadham, it is a, the Prasada Bhiksha, Shankaracharya writes in Sadhana Panchakam, that is also a medicine. But that sometimes, no, some food uh, may not digest and the food turns into poison in the body due to many reasons. Or for some people, some food not at all gets suit to them. So he likes such kind of pratyavayaha, side effect or bad result. I told you just now, because of normal karma, if you want to do karma with the sakama, always the lot of rules and regulations, restrictions. If you are, because you are doing with the sakama, with the desire, with ichcha, naturally it guarded by many rules and regulations. If you are not able to fulfill those rules and regulations, you will get pratyavaya dosha. uh, Dosham. That means adverse result. Then again, Shastra tells the Purohita says, for that sake, now you must do some prayashchittam. See, for everything there is some remedy they will keep on saying. So you have to give an antidote for it. So in that way, in this karma yoga, following in this path for the moksha purpose, there won't be any side effect. There is no any side effect. Then the third result is swalpamapi asya dharmasya. If you even practice this little bit, that's why I told you may not able to complete your journey and reach the goal. I told just now, the journey is the karma yoga and upasana yoga path, and reaching the destiny is the gnana yoga. Suppose if you are not able, that is only here said. Uh, if you practice only for certain years, to some extent also, with proper understanding, I told next Janma, you will continue your journey from there. It never goes waste. That's why this discipline of this, even a little bit practice, trayate mahataha bhayat. It will protects you. Trayate means protects you, relieves you, guarantees you, guards you. Mahat bhayat, mahataha bhayat. The greatest fear, from the greatest fear. What is the greatest fear in this world? Death is the greatest fear. Why death is, what is the meaning of death? When we talk about the death, there is a birth also. So if there is a birth, death is guarantee, isn't it? So date of birth is there, date of manufacturing is there, date of expiry should be there. This kind of, but date of expiry means all of are having fear. So altogether here, mahataha bhayaha samsara bhayat, Shankara says. Why? Samsara means what? The cycle of birth and death, this transmigration, continuity of this punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janane jatare shayanam, to womb, this shuttling is called the samsara. When we have the birth, naturally you will go all with all modifications. Jara, Vyadhi, Marana. Janma, Jara, Vyadhi, Marana, etc. So, Janana Maranadi Lakshana Sahita, this samsarat bhayam, that is the biggest bhayam. But generally, we don't think all these things, but we simply worry about and we have fear about the old age, fear about the loss of the our known people, death of other people, and the disease also, because this body will undergo suffering. By with all this we have suffered, because if the disease is not cured, this body will die. But we think that I am going to die. So the death experience, in fact nobody have not having the death experience. As like we don't have the birth experience, we don't have the death experience also. But only by seeing the other bodies are going, dying, we have the fear of death. We have no experience of death. You have to catch this point. It's a very important discussion. And same way, none of us are not having the experience of the birth also. So as we don't have the experience of the birth, same way we can never have the experience of the death, because in fact, as I am Atma, being I am not having the birth and I am not having the death, but only by our perception of the The experience of the senses by the outer world, this fear crop ups. So, what is the remedy? Samsara. Stop this cycle of birth and death and put the full stop to this non-stop journey. That is to guarantee. Three uh, promises Lord gives. Not it is a Lord's own. The law of science of karma yoga itself, and which is the on the path of moksha marga, definitely will help you. So remember them 3 points. Then in the 41st shloka, व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्. But the problem, Arjuna, in the world, uh, normally people doesn't understand or know all these things. They never show the interest also to learn from an experienced wise people who can interpret the Shastras properly. What the Purva Bhaga of the Vedas, front portion of the Vedas, the Karma Kand and all that talks, and ultimately, what is the end and the purpose of these all sadhanas? What should be the goal? What is the ultimate Purushartha? These things are not clear to the people because they never study or listen from a competent teacher the Shastra properly. That is what Bhagavan is telling, that the drawback in the normally, even though they are educated, even though they are looking like a cultured, civilized people, even though they are looking like a religious people, but somehow there is obstacles in their mind because they don't know what are the three stations they have to go through in this journey. We must know that three stations. Okay, that is not said by Lord. I am just adding before going to the word to word meaning. One station is we must uh, we must know clearly the first of all the destination, what I want to achieve, what I want to go and what I have to reach. According to four Purusharthas, Purushena Ardhate iti Purushartha, the four accomplishments of the human being, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. These are all not independent like that. These are the steps. In the beginning, Dharma, to follow the Dharma in the life. Dharma is the foundation for life. And the Dharma, then with Dharma, to continue your life, this body and your survival and all that, you need to get the work for it and get some money, Ardha. And naturally, you need some relaxation and some recreation. So, Kama. And all these things should prepare you, must prepare you for the moksha. So, moksha is the purushartha, the ultimate goal. This should be clear. Then only you can understand the Bhagavad Gita. If your goal is Swargam, if your goal is something Vaikuntham and Swargam and Kailasam are not the moksha. They are like some other stations in between. Okay. And only dharmam, I follow the dharma is not your goal. By dharma, you must reach the Brahma. So, moksha. And how I will get that moksha? By gnanam. That is also must be clear. My another destination, I mean, before going to reach the last destination, the what I have to get? The gnana prapti. How I will get the gnana prapti? Gnana yogyata. I must have the gnana yogyata and gnana prapti and then moksha. Then mahataha bhayat trayate. This is the actual. If you are not knowing these three properly, okay, I will repeat once again. Uh, Gnana Yogyata I must have, because why I am telling this Karma Yoga is meant for to create a Gnana Yogyata in you, and that Gnana Yogyata should give the Gnanam, Gnana Prapti, and that Gnana Prapti is leads ultimately culminates in the moksha. If you are the person who is not knowing these things clearly in his understanding mind, he is called avyavasayika buddhi, because the word is used avyavasayanam and vyavasayinam. For that only I am explaining. Cultured mind, trained mind, cultivated mind means what? This is the understanding. If there is any doubt in this, then you cannot understand, walk in this path properly. You will get deviated. Like that. So those are understanding, they are vyavasayatmika buddhi people. The route map clearly. Others avyavasayatmika buddhi, that is vyavasayatmika buddhi eka iha kurunandana. A kurunandana, the giver of the joy to the Kuruvamsha, O Arjuna. Lord is praising him in between Arjuna. These are all having the qualities with him, but he forgotten for the time being. So, hey Kurunandana, here, okay, Eka, there is only one Nishchaya Nishchaya Swabhavaha Vyavasayatmika Buddhi means Nishchaya. There is no any waveringness and avagation, distraction, deviation, confusion. No. Nishchaya Swabhava. Goal is the my destination. Gnanam is the medicine, and Gnana Yogyata I need. So let me do karma as karma yoga for chitta shuddhi. Then let me apply that mind, the pure mind, in the Gnana Abhyasa. What is Gnana Abhyasa? That all we'll see. So, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. One clear understanding. There is only one clear understanding. Iha. Iha means in this moksha marge, karma yoge, shreyo marge. This is the shreyas. This is the uh, complete hitam for a person, shreyas. Because this is going to give the ultimate beatitude to you. So in this karma yoga, which helps you to for the moksha marga, moksha, and this is the shreyo marga. Without this, anybody having in this field. However, there are generally other people avyavasayinam buddhayaha Veda Prichara Vashat, because they see so many things, they will listen to so many different people's words, and they will get deluded and confused. Itara Viparita Buddhi Shaka Vedasya. Itara Viparita, extreme difference Buddhi. Because there are so many in the Shastra itself, Veda itself, karma is emphasized. So many karmas are told, so many phalams are told. Then they will get attracted or they gets deviated. So Bhedasya. And why this happens? The Shankaracharya gives the reason is they never approach a teacher. Everybody wants to study themselves and conclude themselves. This is the biggest mistake. In the spiritual path, if you want to walk properly in a proper direction, we must have a guide, the spiritual teacher. We must go and surrender and sit in front of the teacher. and listen to the Shastra and his teachings for a lengthy period of time. That is what? That listening from a guru, the Shastra systematically gives he a proper pramana authority for your understanding. Otherwise, now your understanding is all fragmented, dissipated, deviated, and again and again you will get confused. That person told like this person told like that. That temple is great, or this temple is great, or my religion is great, your religion is great, and my Lord is great, or your Lord. Like this kind of differences, buddhi shaka bhedasya. Why this happens? Samyak pramana, uh, samyak pramanam is not there. Pramana janita viveka buddhi rahitanam. With a proper authoritative knowledge, you have not get, you didn't receive. If you received that, you won't get this kind of a deviation, distraction. You won't run behind the hundred things. But a Vyavasayatmika Buddhi who approached the teacher and listened to the Shastra, Samyak Pramana Janitatvat. His knowledge, his understanding is born out of what? Samyak Pramanam. Not only Pramanam of the Shastra or Guru teaching, later on, he himself also, by the logic, he will understand by Maranam, Yukti Purvakama also. Not only Shruti and Yukti, but Anubhuti, his own experience also will tell. But we need first the Shruti Pramanam, that Shastra Pramanam. So, two different mindset of people. Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, who has got the proper Pramana authority by the teacher's teaching, who undergone that. Others not never undergo any kind of shravanam or listen or surrender to any teacher. Avyavasayatmika buddhi, they won't get a proper pramanam. So, pramana janita viveka buddhi rahitaha, they won't get that. And this bahushakaha cha anantaha, then they will run behind bahushakaha. They will change the religions, they will change the God, they will change the way of worship, they will change the windows in the house, doors in the house. They will break, they will change the places, they will quarrel, they will fight. That is called Bahushakaha. They're constantly running behind the different things because there is no satisfaction, no fulfillment. There is no any drishta phalam immediately, and by listening to different words and different people, he gets confused. And for that Bahushaka cha anantaha, they are endless. They are endless. Okay. Bahavaha bhedaha. For example, what parayanam I have to do, and every parayanam ending shruti phalam given in a different way, and sometimes some shruti uh, the result phalam, shruti phalam, gives in a different way and exaggeratedly given. Whether I have to read Vishnu Sahasranamam or whether I have to read Lalita Sahasranamam. I have done Vishnu Sahasranamam along so many years, but I didn't find any benefit. Or whether I have to go for a Tamil Vedam. Like this, every day, and how many gods I have to keep in my house. And every day, one god, different gods puja, Rahu, Shani, Ketu, uh, Somaya, cha, Budhaya, cha, Mangalaya. Cha. Like this, and keep on. Always a fearful existence about the god also. Aparaha anuparataha samsaraha vistirno bhavati. For this, there is no end. In Karma Kanda, if you see, in one place the rules told by the pujar is different. In my place, the rules and the way of performing that done by my pujar is different. In that temple, the way of worship is different. In this temple, the way of worship is different. So, like this, just attracted by these differences and not able to stick on to the one path in that also, and keep on changing the worship God, changing the places, so many, and ultimately go to the Jyotishan or go to the Vastu. In this way, why all these things comes? Because no clear understanding about three things. What? Who am I? What for I am here? What I am supposed to do? What I have to achieve? Then, who is me really? Jiva? They are saying, what is Jiva? And what is this Jagat, the experienced world? And what is the Ishvara, the God? Unless otherwise you have a clear understanding about all these things, you cannot achieve anything. It is just like a grouping in the uh, darkness or beating around the bush like. That is what Krishna wants to say here. Then, in this avyavasayatmika buddhi, no, the distracted, deviated people who are running behind, about them, I will tell, listen. Esham vyavasayatmika buddhi naste te, that people, how they यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः. I will read 42, 43, 44 together because it is a continuous thought given, and few words I will explain now shortly. कामात्मानस्वर्गपराः जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते. Why I read all the three together? Because the words and the thought flow is continuous here. Hey Arjuna, let me tell you about this distracted, deviated, uncultivated minded people, avyavasayatmikam. They know what is their nature, and why they are not able to get the vyavasayatmika buddhi, why their mind is not able to stick on to the one, and why their journey is not smooth, and why they are not able to reach the moksha and got up into the samsara. I will tell you the reason. Hey Partha, number one, these are all points one by one. First of all, they were avipaschitaha. One word will take. Avipaschitaha means alpamedasaha, poor intellect, papam, dull-witted, or we can say avivekinaha, papam, so pity, no sharp mind, dull-witted, alpamedas people, avipaschitika first of all, and secondly, Vedavadarataha. They believe the Vedas and they are very much interested, but Vedavadarthana, the Vedas front portion, okay? Vedic statements of the only the Purva Mimamsa are the Karma Kanda. Bahu Shankara gives the meaning Vedavadartha. Bahu, they are good people only, Astikas only. We are not talking about the Nastikas here. Nastikas are different category. Here, who believes the law, God? who believes the Vedas, and who believes the religion also. Everything is fine. But still, many are getting deviated. That's why Lord said in the previous class now, Ashcharyavat pashyati kashchidenam. Very wonder. Anybody understanding this and coming to this straight path, royal highway. Bahu ardhavada phala sadhana praka, prakashakeshu. In the Veda Purvabhaga, so many things are said. If you do this, you will get this phalam. If you do this, you will get phalam. If you do the Jyotishta Yagam Homam, you will go to the Swarga. If you do the Putra Kameshti, you will get the children. And a lot of things are there. If you do this particular puja, you will get a beautiful wife. If you do this particular puja, you will get a lot of money. If you do this particular puja, your hair will grow. Even that much, so many things are there. So because of this, so many bahu arthavada phala, that word is important. Actually, in the Bhashya, Shankara writes what Krishna spoke to Arjuna from 31st to 37th sloka. Not that Shastra is interested about talking about your duty, your name, your fame. You see, you are a good boy, your dharmic standpoint. No, that is not the main criteria agenda of the Shastra Upanishad. Shastra's agenda Upanishad is only Brahman. But in between it is Arthavada. Why? Sishya, Sishyasya Prarochanardham. Just to encourage and bring the student Sadhaka into a right track. At least to that. Slowly will come. Prarochanardham. Just to please or encourage the sadhak, the student. Save here, Shankara. Bahu Ardhavada. That there is no tatparyam in it. There is no in real sense of meaning. That is not ultimate, but it's Ardhavada. And Phala Sadhana. Phalams will come. Phalams are told. They are showed many. Veda Vakyeshu Rataha. So they are more interested about that phalam. That's why many people want to do the Parayanam and Puja, all that so sincerely. But they neglect, they reject to come and listen to this Bhagavad Gita or Vedanta because they feel that this is a dry subject and is abstract, but they don't know the value of this. This is the only the treasure. This is the only the ultimate final beatitude. After you run, roam all around, you have to come back to this alone. Even if you go to Brahma Loka, you have to study this Brahma Gnana. You know, the same Bhagavad Gita, the same Shastra will tell. But the problem is they never listen to the Shastra properly. They will listen here and there something and they choose which they like that they will think. How you can understand? Suddenly, if you take the sixth standard student takes the 12th standard book and read the mathematics or chemistry, what he can understand? There is a systematic study, step by step study, gradually. You have to then make our understanding clear. It won't happen suddenly all over the night, okay? Overnight. So, in this way, Vedavadarataha and Swarga Paraha, they are more interested about the higher benefits and higher pleasures, different lokas, different things. Even nowadays, people don't know about the Swarga and all that, but here, material prosperity, more big bungalow, more big farmhouse, two, three cars, and the beautiful children, foreign going, five-star hotels. This is all people are interested and focus their attention more on that. It is like a Swarga Paraha. Purushartha yesham te Swarga Pradhanaha. Their Purushartham is, yes, do some dharma, charity, help, and all that, but you accumulate a lot of things and enjoy and lead a luxurious life. How much you can enjoy, how much you can be more luxurious and more sophisticated, that much. This is their Purushartha. But is it correct? No. So, like these many words, one by one, I am telling, these words are important. All the three shlokas compressed together. These are the reasons, Arjuna, they are not able to focus their attention and cultivate their mind. Their buddhi is not navidhiyate samadho. I need to tell many more words that we will see in the next satsang. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम तत्सत्